take it away.
The final hope of the Dutchies in this SWC this year is on the shoulders of Seiishizo, and he goes in pre-ban. They both pick very quickly. Gianna, very known to be a good pre-ban, and then Gani showing that Seiishizo is going to get Hathor and then probably going to go for stealing the Gani, but then there's a Sierra first pick.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I also thought that he would opt for the Hathor and then maybe use a Vanessa, but he's going for the CR even though he won't have the Gianna to pair that up with. But Baus is responding with a Hathor friend. Seiishizo is going in hot with the Chiwu and Okeanos, definitely contesting the speed in this one, and Baus does not want to let him win, as DGP just pointed it out. Whoever takes the first turn, it's gonna matter a lot this game.
It is definitely going to matter a lot. There is a Vanessa and the Vert being picked up on the side of Baus. Vert being very crucial in the Chiwu third skill. If he revenges, and he's probably on a triple revenge, that could very well break your entire game.
Yeah, and I think Seiishizo wanted to pick a Savannah, but this is making him double think twice against what Baus is bringing. But Seiishizo is saying, if you're bringing the RNG from the Revenge Word, I'm bringing the RNG from Antares, and Amelia, a great pick against Hathor.
It is a very great pick against Hathor, and the Antares, if these two players, they have a lot of respect for each other. Antares is just a respectable pick. You know, there's so many turn cycling on the side of Baus and a lot of RNG factor in the side of Antares. Usually you pick Antares when you're, wow, that is a Leona. Usually you pick Antares when you are either cornered or you know he's just gonna get a lot of turns without doing that much pressure. And with the Leona, there is definitely pressure back on the board of Baus.
Yeah, and Leona is a must ban, and Baus is faking his opponent and not banning the Sierra. I think Seiishizo really thought that Baus was gonna ban the Sierra and let the Leona solo, but we see a ban on the Chiwu instead.
Yeah, there's a ban on the Chiwu, and there's a lot of things going on right here. We have the Fran giving a lot of protection. We have the Okeanos moving first. And is this Okeanos going to reset the Hathor? Yes, he is.
Yeah, and once the Amelia is able to get into the human form, there isn't that much damage coming in. The damage sources are both fire units, and she will have the immunity up on her constantly, and she's gonna make Hathor's life very difficult. We see the Vert moving in next, and who do you go for? You go for the Antares. A proc here could be big, no proc, but that Antares is already halfway through. Did it stop for you guys as well? What the fuck? that the game still went on.
Yeah.
I think we're up.
Oh, we live again to the world. I think we might be. Are we back, boys?
I think so.
Wait for a cue to say that we're back.
Let's.
Yeah, slight technical difficulty there. What with us being in a virtual studio, chaps. We're all around the world right now. You can see it from our hands coming out of the walls here. We're all having a technical difficulty. We had those. We're now kind of resetting things. Everything's okay. But bear with us. Obviously, we're doing this from all over the world right now. So thank you guys for hanging out and just bearing with us. But things did unfold. The players still got to play against one another, and we do have a 1-0 going to Seiishizo as well. So man, virtual studios are crazy. I mean, they're amazing. I mean, this is amazing. But I wish we could be there to kind of kumbaya and say, hey, it's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Soon, hopefully, soon we'll be able to do that. It's a blast commentating with you guys, and would love to meet up in person. Actually, neither me or DGP hasn't met Adam in person yet. Of course, I know DGP for many years now, but it would be a blast.
Yeah, I'm all of 6'4", so you could swing on me like a tree. I'm that big, so I'm a big person. Yeah, but this is a great thing though. I think what we could all appreciate is that due to the fact that the world events are happening right now, it's so awesome that we can still put on competitions, and we're rocking these prelims for the EU Cup, and hopefully you guys have been loving this as much as we have. We've seen some incredible plays. The players have been delivering the goods for us. It's just been absolutely amazing. So I think we can all agree this has been an absolute success. Bar the small technical hiccup a second ago. These things happen. These things happen.
Yeah, go on.
Can I make a because I didn't see what happened in this game.
Yeah.
But I think it is been Antares that actually broke the game.
Yeah, could be. Antares, or maybe Antares made Baus break his phone.
So
no, it was technical difficulties on the virtual studio side, so it was not any of the problem on the player side. Antares just did a lot of work, as I've heard.
We'll have to start holding up the screen here, lads. Get your hand up, hold up the screen like this, virtually. There we go. But we're going into set 2. Obviously, Baus is 1-0 down here to Seiishizo. It's all on this. He has to come back to remain in the competition. Gentlemen, we're going back to pick and bans. Thanks for bearing with us. Let's jump in for set number 2.
Yeah. All right, so this win on the side of Seiishizo, even though I don't know how it went, it has been big, because right now he's looking into a second game with Gianna being able to go into his draft. So there is going to be Baus. I think he has first turn right now, so Baus is going to be not getting the Ciara from Seiishizo, and then Baus pre-banned the Savannah. I think it's pretty straightforward. Pre-bans with Baus probably picking up the Hathor first turn.
Yeah, I agree, and Baus is getting rid of one of Gianna's best friends, Savannah, and Seiishizo is actually getting rid of one of his best friends, Ciara. So Gianna, I think we're still going to be seeing a Gianna pick, but she won't be paired up with 2 of her favorite units. And we see Seiishizo responding with a friend, Gani, to Baus's Hathor. Very, very typical pick so far. What are we going to be seeing from Baus' side? Maybe a Chiwu Okeanos? I would like to see that.
Yeah, and the Ganymede on the side of Seiishizo is always also a very good friend of the Gianna. Then Baus stealing the Chiwu and the Vigor, saying, I want to go for first turn. Even though you have Gianna on the board, I have a speed lead, and are you willing to invest into the Vanessa speed lead to contest my first turn? That is what Baus's composition is saying right here. The Okeanos picked up from Seiishizo, but still the biggest monster going into first turn is the Chiwu, almost always on Swift.
Yeah, but it's just one unit, as you said. It's the Chiwu. If Baus does not pick another speedy unit, he will struggle, but he does pick another very speedy unit, that is Barbara. And I think it is looking very much so that Baus is going to be securing the first turn, and Seiishizo is responding to the water-heavy team from Baus with a Diana, and this is a must-ban Diana. And Baus is indeed not making the small hiccup that Seiishizo did last week in not banning the Diana, and he's like, I don't want to see that unit at all.
Yeah, and this Josephine is looking in the draft very, very strong. Going into both the Okeanos, both the Gianna. She needs to proc quite often though, because this Ganymede is probably going to focus on this Josephine with the resets. And what we're going to look at is a Hathor as well, but there's Fran. Who knows? This Fran, that is a very fast Barbara. stripping the Fran, and there is already a huge Hathor going in.
Yeah, and Vigor is going to be moving next, and I can tell you for sure that he won't be going for that S2. I hope I'm not wrong, but that would be a huge mistake from Baus. And right now, this Gianna is not going to be able to do anything with her S3. She's not even going to be able to use the S3 because she's stunned from the Josephine proc. And right now, she will be almost dead, I think, from this Barbara. That's a huge nuke at 13k and a 5k. That's it's going to be a dead Gianna and a 3v4 against this team of Seiishizo.
I love the composition on the side of Baus. This Barbara pick was super strong, and stealing away this regular speed lead that Seiishizo is bringing, the Sierra or the Chiwu, just shows very, very crucial, because the Barbara outspeeds very, very strong and fast Okeanoses because of the big speed, base speed advantage. So that is very, very crucial right here in this draft on the side of Baus. Very well done. You have the Gianna on the side of Seiishizo, but there's just still counter picks to it. It is not a pick that is always crucial. So that's very well done by Baus, and there's not gonna be an armor break on the side of Fran, but there's just so much damage.
Yeah, that Barbara last pick was exactly the unit that Baus needed. I don't think there was a single unit that would do a better role there. This very fast attack bar booster and insane amounts of damage, and also elementally pretty good against the enemy. We have here a connection loss and right back into the game. This game does not want to be casted because it's these titans clashing, and we're not allowed to see it to its full potential.
This is indeed titans clashing. There are some procs all around the field, and there is Josephine having the passive up again. If he does third skill on the Okeanos, this Josephine gets a turn and is going to be able to take down this Fran most likely. Is it enough? Is it enough? Second skill or first skill? I think second skill has a little bit higher multiplier. Yes, he goes for second skill, and there is no more Fran, there's no more heal, there's no more sustain, and this Vigor and the rest of the monsters, how are you going to deal with them?
Yeah, no need to risk and go for the first kill there, but this Gani proc is going to be able to secure the kill on the Barbara, but the Hathor proc is going to be setting both of the enemies to sleep, and this Okeanos is looking very low against 2 water damage dealers. It's not looking great for Seiishizo, because once this Okeanos is done, Ganymede's second skill will be useless, and he won't be able to do much with just the third skill.
Yeah, so very, very well thought through by Baus, very well prepared. Even though he first had to fight against another player, he knew he had to prepare against Seiishizo as well. So that's very well thought through by him, and this game is going into the third set, even if this Ganymede gets some procs, because there's just too much pressure with the rest of the monsters.
Yeah, and he gave up. Is just tapping out.
He's tapping out, and we're going into round number 3, the Clash of the Titans. This is Baus against Seiishizo, the way we want to see this game.
I love the well done to you as well, Alti, for styling out that slight collection loss there by saying, hey, Clash of the Titans, these kind of things happen in big games, man. I love it. I mean, as you said yourselves, Baus there, I mean, the selection, Alti, was on point for that. I mean, he brought exactly what he needed to do the business on Seiishizo.
It was perfect, especially the last pick, because he knew how much of a threat his Chiwu was, and he knew almost that Seiishizo had to ban that unit, and he knew that his 6th pick was going to be let through, and that Barbara played a huge role in this match.
Yeah, I mean,
a 6th pick. These guys are so OP. They have 6 picks right here. Exactly. But I get what you mean, because Chiwu was a very crucial monster in this draft. If he would have let Chiwu through, then it would also be a Hathor going in, following up and sleeping everyone. So the Barbara or the Chiwu, same, it would not have mattered that much. And into the next pick and ban phase, we're gonna have to see Seiishizo adapting to this one. We have different pick and bans, pre-bans. We have Gianna off the board, we have Ganymede off the board. This is going to be a first pick on the side of Seiishizo, and most likely Hathor or Sierra.
Yes, indeed, and let's see what will it be. I think he opted for the Sierra first game, and he's going for that once again, and we're going to be seeing a Hathor, Fran, the same 3 picks as the last game, and the same 5 picks as the last game, but Seiishizo has to change something Baus has to change something because, as we did not see, he did not win that game. So he will have to change a little bit how he drafted if he wants to beat this composition, because it's already looking very, very terrifying from Seiishizo's side. 2 speed leads and 2 units that are contesting first turn.
Yeah, and maybe he can actually go for the same composition and just think this Antares is not gonna break my game again. But he goes for the Vanessa. I don't think we've seen Vanessa in the first round.
We did actually.
We have.
She went for the S2 and then the game crashed. No,
oh,
sorry,
yeah,
the Zoom chat crashed, yeah.
So is this, we haven't seen the first fight, so we don't know if it was actually a very well-rounded pick and ban, if this was mostly RNG based win on the side of Seiishizo, but this Antares is definitely looking very scary again.
And will Baus round up his draft with a Vigor? We know how much Vigor is loved in this tournament and in also other regions. Yeah, he does choose that Vigor. We're gonna be seeing the bans. I think the first game Baus went for the ban on the Chiwu. Will he be doing the same, or will he change things around? We're gonna be seeing shortly.
We're going to be seeing right now, it is Okeanos and a Vert, so this Chiwu is going to get first turn, but is there so much follow-up on that side? It seems like a very, very weird draft, actually going in for a lot of protection and a lot of, you know, Antares things, hoping on Antares things, and the Sierra going in for a first nuke, but the rest of the follow-up, it's just not that much, and there is a lot of resistances.
Yeah, but it does not matter that much because the units that Seiishizo paired that Chiwu up with are actually not AoE units that also bring crowd control, so the Chiwu strip is actually not that much because the only unit that cares about it is the Sierra, and 1 unit strip, and the most important unit strip is enough. So that Fran will be going sleeping with that bomb, and she gets a big proc, taking Fran very low, and she's gonna be able to wake up this Antares from the sleep with Amelia, and this Hathor will sadly not be doing much else this entire game from this point on.
Yeah, it is not going to do a lot, and this Chiwu with the defense buff is very, very tanky, and the proc on the side of Sierra was just super big because this Fran, wow, it is super close, and this Vanessa is going to be proc the best, and another proc on the side of Sierra. This RNG, wow, Sierra just wants to bring Seiishizo with her bombs into the regional cup.
Yes, Seiishizo is showing us why he's opting to go for that Sierra instead of that Hathor in that first pick, because his Sierra is very, very, very well ruined. We all know that all Gianna users have their Sierras on their most premium sets, and this Antares is proccing for the first time and doing quite a little bit of damage on the Fran, and the Vanessa passive is proc, so the next proc coming in from this Antares is going to spell the death of this Fran.
Yeah, it is going to spell the death, but there's still, well, there's another proc on the side of Sierra.
Oh, the Vanessa
so
passive
many
was not procs. I'm sorry about that, but this one is going to be spelling the end of the Fran. Oh my god, we're all wrong today.
We are all wrong, and this is a Vigor going into another turn, but the Sierra has her bomb up already, and this could be the going down of Vigor and the Vanessa, and this Sierra is looking so scary going into late game.
Yeah, but that Vanessa with the attack buff is going to be able to take out the Antares there, but the second skill is not popping onto the Sierra. He would really have loved to see that, and right now we're seeing Amelia, the strongest, probably the strongest counter to that, or at least one of the strongest, against the Sierra and Vanessa.
Wow, so this Sierra against Vanessa, the 2 Titans for a long run. Wow, that's a big proc on the side of Hathor. Is this going to be a freeze? It is a big freeze as well.
This is so clutch right now. The moment Sierra takes a turn and lands that bomb, it's gonna spell the end of Baus, but she really needed a proc here, but she's gonna be not taking the turn. Oh my god, it's very clutch right now. She has a defense buff. I don't think the Vanessa first skill will be enough. Even a proc won't be enough. I think another sleep on the Sierra, a proc here would be massive from Sierra. She does not get it.
Oh, another freeze.
Freeze. This Amelia S1 is putting in the work. Please, this Sierra is begging for a turn. Okay, a bomb miss here is huge. She does not miss it. She lands it, and this is looking over because that Amelia will easily be able to solo that Hathor with her recent buff.
The clash of the titans, Seiishizo against Baus, but also the clash of the titans of the big usable speed leads. Sierra against Vanessa, and Sierra was helped a lot by this Amelia. Amelia first skill, it is not a 100% freeze, bear that in mind, except for this fight. This fight, it was a 100% freeze, and it is all but over, but it is looking very grim on the side of Sierra.
Yeah, I mean, it's
on the side of Baus.
Hathor is still fighting back, but once this Amelia is changed into the human form, she's going to be restoring some of her health each turn, and another proc. This Sierra is ending it with a bang, and what a way to end this Clash of the Titans.
Wow, Seiishizo, held by his Sierra, holding his hands.